This place is my greatest Minecraft world ever. And today we're going to be revisiting the builds, the history, and the past memories. It is honestly hard to know where to begin doing something like this. It's been so many years since I've played on this world, it's crazy. I remember the first day I was playing on this world back in 2019. This is my original hideout. This is my original house. And what in the world? Huh. Well, you're gonna see a lot of that throughout this video, guys. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of strange commodities, but that's part of the reason that this world is so great. It's the weird things you're gonna find here. It's crazy. We take a little walk down the path, and we're gonna find a variety of things. Wow, it's been a while since I've been on this pond. When Hypersteel first joined, he created himself a bunker underneath a birch tree. However, some things happened here and there, and his bunker was completely destroyed, but the ruins of it still remain. His base only lasted a few months. Wow. Ah, yes, this room was dedicated to grinding levels. There's a zombie spawner located inside, and they all flow down, and you can get lots of levels. The things you'll find on a world that had so many active players for so long is truly impressive. I remember this location was all about some kind of Aztec-type sacrifice ritual. I can't quite remember who built it at this point. Here we have some kind of elaborate treehouse. This was an impressive build for the times. I can't remember his name, but he built this base. It's this compound. He's got a farm and then his watchtower. Ah, yes. A player named Vibes. I don't remember him. This base over here belonged to my best friend online, Bug. It's been a while since they've actually set foot in their old base. Wow. We journey out this way a little bit into the frozen north, and we're gonna find the base of the first player who joined this Minecraft world. His name was Digital, and this is his base. I was here 4 years ago. That's absolutely ludicrous. I wonder who built this base. What is this, Gunz? I wonder who it is. This base belongs to Hypersteel, the Ice King. He earned his title because he created a kingdom here in this frozen wasteland. Wow. I was here in 2021, just passing through. That's crazy. Hyper had a thing for creating lava casts, so he built one as big as he possibly could. Legend has it, if you reach the top of this lava cast, you will be rewarded with something great. Oh. Well, I suppose it's not too bad. Wow. Let's fly inside the main part of the base now. This is Hyper's throne. He did a really nice job with the interior of his base here. Here's Hyper's enchanting room. He loved to use lava to accent his builds. I gotta say, he did a really nice job. Down below, Hyper fought a wither of his own, and then was able to get a beacon and then duplicate it. This island base was created by a player who I no longer speak to, and Cause Stream took over this base. I gotta say, I'm happy with Cause being the owner now. This is a mob grinder that I created, and I gotta say, it's nice building in the ocean. This way you have fish spawning as well. So many small bases and outposts have been built over the server's time. And here we are back at spawn. This is the diamond cast created by Hypersteel. So there's my original fortress. We have Steam Girl and Reaper's house right there. We have Cause house that I kicked him out of right there. We have Desert View Manor right there. We have the gold farm over here. Doom Eternal Community Station. This place is an oasis for anybody that's placed on Visitor. Because in Visitor, you can hardly do anything, but you can still pick these bushes. It's crazy. I wonder how some of my old friends that I used to play with are doing. We had an entire community out here. Ah, yes. Here we are at my original fortress. This place has gotten a little overgrown because it's been a while since I've taken care of it. Up above here, we have my sky base. This place is super cool because it outlines a lot of history and notable events that have happened on the server. We have the creation of the gold farm, privacy of Ender Chest and TNT, and so much more. We have the Legends board over here. And then we have the board of every single other player that has played the server at least once. I never finished my sky base, but let's go to my magnum opus of this world. The gold farm. There is so much to see and do at this base, so let's go ahead and start at the backside and work our way forward. We have this nice little garden here, and all of this was painstakingly placed by hand by me. One block at a time. I took it very seriously, and I spent a lot of time trying to get the landscaping looking really good. As you guys can see, it has a bit of a circular shape to it. It doesn't really feel blocky. It's got a lot of freedom of movement. And then this is the original Church of Sheep. It puts the new one to shame, but it's really cool. We have all the colors kind of lined up in a way that makes sense with each other. There is just so much to see and do here. We have this river here that has been painstakingly altered, changed. We have an entire sewer system. You know, it's stuff like this that really makes me passionate about Minecraft. Look at this. We go up here, and this is where I've been growing some illegal plants. Weed? Maybe. This is when 1.17 first came out, and I went out and gathered a bunch of the new stuff. The little baking room in here. And here we are at the main section of the gold farm. My portals are currently turned off, but this would be generating me zombie pigmen. This is the original gold farm. I would have them all fall into this location here, and then they'd funnel down into here. They would be one shot. And then I could collect all the XP from them in here. It really is a beautiful area. This one was strictly for gathering the gold itself, because they would fall down into those hoppers, and I spent a lot of time on the details of this base. This is the lab. After we went and got chorus fruit from the end, I just love the random way that the chorus fruit grows. We have this cool path here that leads to the front of this base, and we go over here, and we got the gold farm and the iron farm. I mean, it's just really cool. I spent so much time on this area here. Ah, yes, the original iron farm. This design still holds up to this day. What I can remember is staying up late at night and just enjoying myself, just relaxing here at this base and just really focusing on the small little details. It's a really cool point of my life. This was before I started working and became a professional landscaper, so I would just be playing this and just enjoying myself. I look at some of these builds that I did many years ago, and I just am gaining so much inspiration. We come over here and we have the silo. This is a pretty cool build. This place is called Ripville because we had a bunch of villagers in this village, and then they got completely overwhelmed with zombies, and all of the villagers became infected. So, pretty sad. That's crazy. I've been playing this world for so many years. I remember trying to build this iron farm right here, and I remember specifically what I was doing with myself at this point in my life. I mean, you take a stroll through town, and there's so many unique and memorable builds, like this one over here. In case you guys weren't aware, I own my own chicken restaurant. Gunz Is Crispy Chicken. Here we go. Here's what's on the menu. Crispy chicken combo. Signature fried chicken with cheese. Chicken sandwich with fries and a drink. Chicken tender platter. Special deal. Get 10 fries for one child's eyeball. And then here's the cook. It's making all sorts of kind of good stuff in the kitchen here. This build was inspired by during the times of quarantine. You had to wear a mask to enter my establishment. Kind of ironic. This is an automatic chicken farm where if you just let this thing sit, it's literally going to create infinite chickens. The knowledge is too powerful, so I cannot share, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Ah, yes, the monument that I created to celebrate 200 subscribers.
Gunz Is Wearier for recently hitting 200 subs.
It's pretty crazy considering we are at 600 subscribers now. This base is called Desert View Manor. It was created because I wanted a central hub for travel. Me and my comrades have destroyed an endless amount of pillagers, and we have hung their flags at the first floor of Desert View Manor to represent our power. One of my old friends, Jolly, he put some TNT in here, and he meant it to be a joke, but joke's on him because the TNT blew up in my face and created a small hole inside this base, but that's okay. Wow. It's literally been years since I've been inside this location, and it's awesome. Now, underneath Desert View Manor, this was the main purpose. It was to gather my villagers in one place, and I had so many villagers inside this underground area. It was beginning to lag the server to absolutely no end. This is a little monument created by Bug. I gotta say, I really love the design. And since we had unlimited diamonds, making decorative pieces of art like this was absolutely viable. Now, because of the lag my villagers were causing underneath Desert View Manor, I had to transport them to a new location. And it's this area over here, just up the road a little bit. Now this is absolutely absurd. Look how many villagers there are in here. How many villagers is that? There's at least 900,000, maybe even 1,000,000. And now we're entering one of my largest projects in this world, and that's the palace. Now, when you think of duplication, you usually think of duplicating things like diamonds, elytras, mending books. But for this, I had my friends duplicating me shulkers of stone brick. And I have an army at my disposal if I ever need to wage a war. But this whole wall looks absolutely fantastic. And this is the center location. We have 4 diamond beacons. And then underneath here, we have a map that showcases the immediate spawn region and the areas just beyond. That green spot right there indicates where we are right now at the palace. Where my cursor is now, that is my fortress. I'm so happy when I generated this world. I was blessed with an absolutely awesome area filled with lots of desert and acacia, as you guys can see. This build is symmetrical on all 4 sides, and you come underneath. And this was originally going to be all for villagers. If I were you, I would not ask. There is too many questions. I kind of enjoy Minecraft a little more when there are active duplication exploits because it creates so much tension. Everybody's constantly trying to out-cheat themselves, and it creates some really fascinating scenarios. The location I'm traveling now is Inferno Stallion's old base. He made the mistake of summoning a wither inside my best friend's base, that being Bug. And if you know Bug, you know Bug gets revenge in a big way. This is where Inferno's mega base used to be. And me and Bug absolutely blew it to smithereens, and then Bug decided to go absolutely crazy at this base. This looks like something straight out of 2B2T. Bug built the largest lava cast in the server's history and completely destroyed Inferno's base. I do agree that my second in command went absolutely too far, but it was funny. This is absolutely ridiculous. His whole base was blown to smithereens. I guess the lesson here is don't screw with my second in command. This base here was created by a player named Pancake, I believe. Yep, Mighty Pancake 39. And what's crazy is a few of my friends have encountered this base. Back in 2020, my friend Hyper bought this base from my friend Shadow. I believe Hypersteel paid an entire shulker filled with diamond blocks to Shadow in order to buy his base. It was kind of hilarious. This base was created the night before the release of Doom Eternal. My friend Bug complimented this base. This village here is called Enville. Me and Bug entered this place in order to seek out the final dimension in Minecraft, that being the end. This was the village that we used to fight the Ender Dragon and completely destroy it. Ah, yes, this is the location where I thought I had a totem in my offhand, but I didn't, and I died. And I definitely was acting pretty cringe, I gotta say. This base here belongs to a player named Princess Wolf. I haven't spoke to her in probably 5 years, but her base still stands. This base belongs to a player I met on Halo 5 and assisted me in our Spartan company to get the Achilles armor. He had a really refreshing style of building. I absolutely love the way this interior looks. I got bored one night, and I decided to go off into the wilderness and try to create a base made out of quartz, and I created something kind of cool, but it didn't really strike me as that inspiring. I don't know, I just love building sometimes, and I've never really been able to create what I have exactly in my mind, but I create something interesting nevertheless. This base belonged to a player named Nokia. He really enjoyed building with diamond blocks, as you can see. This was back when this duplication glitch actually was successful. You'd basically hit this button here, then pull out the stuff before the game could recognize that this chest had moved. It has since been patched. This base here belonged to Jolly. He had really fresh and interesting designs for his base, and I gotta say, I love the way he built. Ah, Applejack. I always loved that guy. He was the vibe. This base was created by a player named Blue. The base was constructed right after 1.16, so we have a lot of these cool, new nether blocks being used in the construction. This is a garden that I created. I really like the look of the diamond blocks, mixed with the natural trees and grass and bamboo. And guys, that was just scratching the surface of everything that's happened and all the history and builds of my greatest Minecraft world. This really is the place that I belong, and I think I always will have fond memories of this place. I could go on, video after video, covering everything that's going on this server. But some of that you may have to discover for yourself. But yeah, guys, I think it's time for me to return back home. Wow, what happened? That was like a dream. Wow. Cool, huh?